Hey, what's up everybody, Retro Gaming Guy here. Today in this video we are going to comb through the eStarland website. eStarland is an online retailer for retro video games, consoles, and accessories, and they even offer some refurbished stuff as well. So we're going to jump on there, see what their prices look like, see what everything else looks like on there, and maybe we'll even place an order for a future unboxing and review video. Let's dive into their website. All right, guys, here we are on the eStarland website, which is www.estarland.com. And what actually drew me to these guys is it was actually recommended. That's how I heard about this from a couple of viewers here on the channel. But when I checked it out, this over here is what actually attracted me to them and made me want to test out what they have. So I haven't yet placed an order. I'm going to do that with you guys here today in this video. But let's take a look at services. They actually offer servicing your retro game consoles, current game consoles, as well as smartphones, tablets, Apple Watch, computers, monitors, all that good stuff. So with the fact that they do offer repairs and servicing of retro consoles, it makes me think that they know how to refurbish. And that's been a question that I've had for other retailers. Obviously, a lot of other retailers are advertising refurbished consoles, not actually refurbishing. And it's to the extent that it makes me wonder, do they even know what refurbishing is? Or if they do know what it is, do they even know how to refurbish the consoles that they advertise refurbishing? So the fact that this website here, eStarland, actually offers this as a service where you can send your game consoles. You don't have to buy from them. You could send your console to them and they will service it for you. If you haven't had it refurbished in the past, maybe you want to have your console get a once over. So you send it to them, they repair whatever needs to be repaired, or they at least go through it and check off, yes, this is done, and let you know if anything looks concerning. And maybe that's something that you want to then repair. So everything's broken down by current generation, 2010s, 2000s, 90s, and pre-90s. So let's say that we have a Xbox original. And maybe we have a clock capacitor issue, or we don't know whether the capacitors have been replaced, checked, etc. We don't want to dive into the console and do it ourselves. So they offer that service for $37.95. I believe you have to pay shipping as well. But even so, that's a pretty good price considering somebody has to spend quite a bit of time actually going through your console and making these repairs. We can click on this. Yeah, $37.95. And let's see, internal clock is reset in the event of power loss. So these are common issues. Preventative maintenance related to age capacitor issues. So that's checking the capacitors, as I mentioned. Service included, replacement of Xbox internal clock capacitor. 90-day warranty, parts and workmanship, which is standard. Fast turnaround service. See below for additional information. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So everything seems to be, legit here. Average time required 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, if you know what you're doing. If you don't and you're opening up a Xbox original for the first time, it could take you this much time just to get the shell off of it. So that is fair. They're out of Virginia, it appears, which is good for me. We're on the same coast. But they have also diagnostic service for $15. So if you have something wrong with your console, then you can send it to them. They'll look at it for you and evaluate, what needs to be repaired on it. Or maybe you just have a console that you're not sure if it's firing on all cylinders. Maybe you want to just send it to them and they'll look through it and let you know, whether it's in good working order or if there's something concerning within. So again, the fact that they offer services and repairs like this means that they at least know what they're doing, or appears that way anyways. So let's continue on. In terms of refurbished consoles, they don't seem to have a massive inventory, which I think is a good thing. We have other options out there where retailers have a ton of these sitting around. And from what we've seen with review videos, unboxing videos, having consoles sitting around doesn't seem to be working super well for them. So I'd rather have, them not have a ton of these around. So let's say that we're looking for, let's see, what's a good one to check out today? PS2. Let's say we're looking for a PS2 console. We can go in here. It's going to give us everything PS2 related. Let's go in and let me just save myself the time of searching PS2 console. We'll search for it directly. So here are our options. We have the PS2 Fat here, grade B, refurbished, $149.95. Now, if it's truly refurbished, that's not a bad price point. It's a little bit high, but it's high because they're offering a service already built into the price of the console itself. So you're getting more than just a console, or at least you should be. Here we have a slim silver refurbished, $134.95. Again, if it's truly refurbished, that's a good price point. Down here, all right, so that's a trade-in. And another cool thing, you can see the trade-in values here. So if you have one of these that you want to send them, this is potentially what you're getting, of course, dependent on the condition. Here's an imported Japanese version, Model 2. Okay, so out of stock. So we're going to see that with a lot of these, out of stock, and you can just sign up to be notified when one becomes available. Yeah, so you can see here, they don't have a massive inventory of all of these listings. They only have 2 in stock right now. Not to say that they only have 2 Fats in stock, but they have Fats and the Silver Slim. So let's go in here, and I want to see if they say what refurbished means to them, because it is a gray area. Not everybody takes refurbished the same way. So, and I also want to know what grade B is. Everything seemed to say grade B, which I know what grade B means to me. It means that it should be free of most cosmetic defects and blemishes and stuff like that. But let's see. Oh, there it is right there. What does grade B mean? We'll jump to that, I guess. PS2 console and controller are in very good cosmetic condition with mild scratches and surface damages. PS2 set passed our proprietary 24-point quality assurance testing. Okay, so that seems to be good. Now, what is included in here? 1 refurbished PlayStation 2 system, grade B, 1 PS2 compatible controller. So that's a third party. That's how they nicely say we're offering you a third party controller. 1 power cord, 1 AV cable. Doesn't say that they're original. I'm not, I wouldn't make a huge deal of that, but it would be nice if they said these are third party versus original. All right, so quality assurance testing. All refurbished PlayStation 2 systems are required to meet or exceed the high performance standards with our proprietary 24-point check system, which includes inspection for surface damages on unit, controller, and cables, functional testing on unit, controller, and cables, performance testing on controller, inspection for issues such as overheating, faulty laser pickup, and CD drive. PlayStation 2 systems are refurbished, cleaned, and carefully packaged to meet your quality expectations. All refurbished systems come with a 90-day warranty. All right, so all good there. The only thing I would say is we have 4 bullet points here, and they talk about a 24-point check system. So there's potentially 20 other bullet points that are not listed here. And maybe it's just things that pertain to functional testing. They're looking for specific things, which is fine. I'd like to know what all 24 are, but, is what it is there. Now, one thing I'll say is the issues that they are inspecting for overheating, faulty laser pickup, and CD drive, you don't have to necessarily take apart your PS2 to find out, whether any of these are happening. All of these you could figure out externally. If they did need to be fixed, then you would have to then open up your console. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're opening their consoles up and, it doesn't necessarily, let me put it this way, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily opening up all their consoles and checking within. They may just be doing so if they come across these issues off the bat. I don't know. We see that with other retailers. I hope that they're doing it differently because they are offering these services over here. They know what they need to be doing. So hopefully they are doing that. Let's move on, though. They offer games on here. And accessories too, but let's check out some games. And I want to see what the prices are like on here. So I got a PS2 from Lukey Games a couple weeks ago. It actually was a good PS2 console. Performs great. I'm keeping it because I want to play some original PS2 games. I don't want to just emulate everything. I want to have that old school sort of nostalgic feel to the experience. So I want to get some PS2 games. I only have 1 currently. So let's go over to PS2, and actually I know what I'm looking for, so I'm just going to type it in. Let me look up what they have for Matrix. Matrix I played this game a lot as a kid, but I played it for GameCube, and I actually picked it up from Lukey Games when I placed my GameCube order. That GameCube was a disaster. When I sent them back the GameCube, I sent back the game too, so I didn't get to actually play that game. And ever since returning, that entire order, because I was pissed off at them, I didn't want to keep a fairly expensive game when I didn't have the console to play it on at that time. So I want to get the game for PS2. And let's see, it lists all the different options and the price points for those options. So complete is only $9.31. That's a pretty good deal right off the bat. I know what these are going for, and that's really low for a complete. So let me click on this. I want to verify that it comes with the manual and the case, because I don't want to get just disc only. Even though, honestly, for that price, that wouldn't be ridiculous. So complete. Does it say down here what is included with complete? I mean, complete is pretty straightforward. Let's see. I mean, complete is complete. So I'm just going to add it to the cart. Now, the other options were no manual for $7.67. I mean, for $2 more, just get it complete. Or no manual, no box. So this is disc only for $4.93. I mean, that's pretty damn low. And this isn't, a super popular game, but oftentimes the games that aren't super popular are harder to find. We got to think back to like N64. Everybody in the world had Mario Kart 64. Therefore, it shouldn't be that hard to find. It's popular, but it's not that hard to find. So, we added that to the cart. Did we? No. Now we've added. Oh, I put 2 of them in there. Take one of them off. Now, there's another Matrix game, Path of Neo, that I've played but never played through it. I never owned it because I believe it's PlayStation 2 exclusive. Guess not. I was an Xbox gamer as a kid and did not even know that they made it for the original Xbox. Wow, I really missed out on my childhood. I always thought it was PS2 specific or exclusive. So here are the price points for PS2's Matrix Path of Neo. Complete $24.95 versus used with no manual $21.21. So I'm just going to go with complete. I mean, who wouldn't for the extra couple bucks? Just get the whole thing, as you would have 20 years ago. So I'm going to add that to the cart. Did that update? Yes, it did. All right, cool. Now, there is an Indiana Jones game, and I've been playing through these old Indiana Jones games because I'm an Indiana Jones nut job. I've played this Staff of Kings on the Wii. I'm not crazy about it on Wii, but it is a good game. So I want to get it for PS2. I played this, I don't know, it wasn't 20 years ago, but probably a good 15 years ago. I want to get it. And let's see. They only have complete $11.50. That's a pretty good price. Usually when you go to retailers' websites for these older games, you look at the prices and you just think, wow, those are really crazy for, a 20-year-old game. These aren't bad. I mean, $11.50 is not bad at all. So I'm going to add that one. Now, I want to actually compare these to another website. And I don't like doing this usually in these videos, but here we are on DK Oldies' website. I want to type in Matrix and see what they're going for over here, just to get an idea, because love them or hate them, DK Oldies is definitely at the top of the line here for, retro gaming consoles and games. I mean, I'm not a big fan. I think everybody knows that, but they are, what people are going to compare it to. So Path of Neo PS2 game, $38.99. Of course, the price jumps when you click on it. So complete, it's $43.99. What were we paying over here for Path of Neo? $24.95. I mean, that's a pretty good difference. I mean, it's about 20 bucks. Let's see what the other game for Matrix is going for. So it's this one right here, PS2 version. Complete, $17.99. Not terrible. What were we paying over here? $9.31. Okay, so half the price. About half the price. Let's check out Indiana Jones, and we'll see what this one's going for. And their prices for, stuff that's not super popular, like I said, they're probably going up for Indiana Jones now because the movie's coming out. Fifth one. All right, so they don't even have these in stock. I actually looked on here a couple weeks ago, and they did have it. So they probably are getting popular now with the movie coming out. Oh, it'll tell us the price, though, even though they don't have it in stock. So $28.99. What are we paying over here? $11.50. Okay, that's a big difference there. $11.50 to $28.99, and that's, again, case, cover art, manual, so complete, and that's exactly what we have over here, complete. So, yeah, I mean, eStarland is definitely the better option in terms of price point on here. Now, what you get for that, I don't know as of right now. I have gotten games from DK Oldies. I didn't really have issues with getting games there, but they are more expensive. So I want to actually get a console from eStarland too, because if I'm going to test them out, let me just get it over with and test everything out at once. I already have a PS2 though, so I have some GameCube games here. I'm getting kind of tired of getting GameCube consoles in all honesty, but I know that they have them in stock on eStarland. So I'm going to go over here to just GameCube console. I could get a PS2, I think, and actually the PS2 is the same price. What do I want to do? Put me on the spot now. You know what? Let's just do GameCube because I've gotten a GameCube from Luki Games. I've gotten a GameCube from, I've actually got 2 GameCubes because it was a 2-part order from DK Oldies. Let's make it a trilogy here and get a GameCube over here. And then we can compare all 3 experiences because they would be exact experiences. So $147.95 used, complete. And it's refurbished grade B. We already established what that means. That's not a bad price point for it actually being refurbished. If it's not truly refurbished, then that's really high. But if it's truly refurbished and we went through it and just verified that everything functions correctly, $147.95 is fine. And what are they getting over here? I just placed the order recently. I believe it's $159, and then of course tax. They don't make it easy for you. All right, we'll go over here to GameCube and we'll click on systems. Okay, so that's with the game. All right, yeah, the fan favorite black player pack. Let's see, no controller, none. And they're going to give me the third party, so it's going to be comparable, $159.99. So we're saving ourselves, what, about $12? I mean, it's not life-changing, but $12 is $12. And if we know that the refurbishing process here now is getting better. I wouldn't say that they're truly refurbishing their consoles at DK Oldies right now, but they're better than they were a few months ago, probably because they've been threatened with that pending lawsuit and all of that, the class action, or it's at least scaring them to start getting it together. So over here, I have hope for them because they offer those services. So let's do it. And there's only one left, so I'm going to get it. So here we go. We're going to get 3 PS2 games because these are games that I actually want. And I can emulate all these on Vodacera, but I want the physical copies. I have the physical PS2. I want the complete version of these games because 2 of them I grew up playing. This one I never got to actually play through. I just want that, experience in my hands, the true experience, not emulated. And then we'll get the console here and we'll be able to tell whether or not they are actually doing what they say they're doing here. And we have some coupons found, it says here. So we'll check and see what these coupons are all about. I'll probably say that we have the best price. That's usually how it goes for me. But if you don't have Microsoft Edge for your browser, this is a great, you have the best price. It doesn't hurt to check though. Actually, when I placed my DK Oldies order, I got, I think, 15% off just running that check from Microsoft Edge. It's just a little extension in the browser. So $193.71, mainly because of this refurbished GameCube that I'm going to be purchasing here, but the game prices are awesome. I'm really happy with those. So we are going to place this order. When it comes in, I'll do an unboxing video and we'll take a look at the games and also, of course, the GameCube console and verify whether it's refurbished or not, whether it functions, whether it looks good, all that stuff. So let's place this order. All right, guys, everything on here seems to be legit. I love the fact that they offer services where you can send your consoles for them to refurbish them for you. That lets me know that they know what they're doing, or at least appear to know what they're doing. So it's a good sign. I'm very hopeful that I end up getting a truly refurbished GameCube console here. And the price point on the PS2 games that I checked out and purchased here were definitely much better than the competitors out there, and were really great price points for complete versions of those games. They are games that are not super easy to find, not ultra rare or anything like that, and not the most popular. They're definitely more niche, but definitely not something that you stumble across on a regular basis by any means. So I'm hopeful that this is going to be a good experience, but only time will tell. So Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop for all future videos here. As soon as these come in, I will do an unboxing and review video to test out what I receive. That's going to do it for today though. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up on the video, and of course, again, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next part of this video. That's going to do it though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.